Peace and one love, y'all. It's your brother A.D.V.I.S. And we're back with the return of Words Are Real Spells, aka Wars, the series. Thank y'all. I know it's been taking a while. I know it's been like where they've been at, but I'm grateful for y'all for waiting. But we are back here and we are on episode 3. Alright, y'all. So before I do that, disclaimer, and then 4 ways I'm breaking it down just to remind us. So first, disclaimer, this is not an exhaustive research. This has only been a few hours to days on a word, and this is all coming from my understanding of breaking it down. So know at the end of the day, take it for face value and take it for a grain of salt. It is not the end all be all of the word, okay? This is my understanding. And then now the 4 ways I'm going to be breaking it down. So remember, I'm going to give you multiple definitions of the word. Second, I'm going to break down the word into syllables, especially syllables that I'm able to get it into. Third, after I've broken it down, I'm going to give you my definition and understanding of what the word is. And then number 4, I'm going to give you my reasoning, logic, and examples of why I chose the definition that I did. With that being said, today's word is going to be on either side right here. Today's word is pharmacy. Now, I'm going to have it here on my phone like I usually do. I'm going to read it off. I'm not going to read all the definitions. There's 3 different ones I put. So let's get into it. First one, it says, the art of preparing and dispensing medical drugs. It's a noun. The second one here, on here, the same one, it says a place where medicinal, or medical, I should say, drugs are prepared, dispensed, or sold. Also called an apothecary. And then the second one I have here, you'll see it. I'll just put it on there. The main thing I want to show you again, it shows the science or practice of the preparation and dispensing of medicinal drugs. And you see some of the origins. And then the last one, I'm not going to read it much out to you. I'm just going to give you the words that pop out to me. And the one from Greek, meaning harmakia, if I'm saying it correctly, is a healing or harmful medicine. A healing or poisonous herb, a drug, a poisonous potion. Interesting. As well as raw material for physical or chemical processing. And we'll definitely get into that later. But that has been the definitions for this word. You can see them and find them. I got them from online etymology, Google, and the online free dictionary. Now, I want to give some synonyms, so I'll throw those up there. The main one you see again, you see apothecary shop, chemist, drugstore, but you can look at the thesaurus and the synonyms. Now, with breaking the word down, which is second, we have pharmacy. So there's 3 syllables, but in this particular case, I'm just going to keep it with 2. Because of how broken it really is without giving the full form of it. So I'm going to have just pharm, it's the P-H-A-R-M, and then the Acy, the A-C-Y. Okay? So I'm going to break down just those 2 parts, and you'll see as we go. Okay? So on the screen here, it's going to have it. We have the first one, which is pharm, which is basically the production of pharmaceuticals from genetically altered plants or animals. So think about that. Genetically altered. Pharm. Again, this one's from Google. A place where genetically modified animals or plants are produced for the production of pharmaceuticals. Once again, pharm. Now, for the Acy part. And this you can look up on Google. It is a forming element, which is forming nouns of state or quality. So whenever you have the Acy, it means either state or quality of whatever the word it is forming together with. And you'll see it has some origins there. You can read it. It also is a variant of the CY as well. But let you get time, pause, and you can see it for yourself. And then this one, online etymology. It is a forming element, a word forming element, I should say, making nouns of, once again, quality, state, or condition. And you look further down and it gives you a little bit more history of it. A lot of the words we have in English language is from either Latin, French, a little bit of Germanic, but you'll learn as you see what a lot of these where they come from. Now, those have been broken down. So third, my understanding and definition of the word pharmacy is a place that practices the art of harming oneself with drugs. Say it again. Pharmacy. A place that practices the art of harming oneself with drugs. Now, the reason why I say that pharmacy is a place that practices the art of harming oneself with drugs, I'll give you a few examples of why. One, when we think of a pharmacy, we think of a place where we get to go and get over-the-counter drugs that help us with different ailments and sicknesses that are supposed to be safe for us to help us heal much quicker. But just like the word, part of it which had the pharm in it, and a lot of us know already how terrible the pharmaceutical companies and things are and how pharmacy and all these drugs can be. I'm just giving you just these little pieces here. But even in the word pharm, it says genetically modified. So it is not natural to our body. So when we get something that is unnatural and our body cannot recognize it, it becomes very hard for it to break it down and process. So in that same process, number two, what it ends up doing is it ends up harming your body, and it ends up creating all of these different side effects and issues that you went to have one of these over-the-counter drugs to help with a previous ailment, but then it ended up added on to even more. And you see those in different commercials, whether it starts off talking about stuff that help with allergies, or they help with depression, or they help with insomnia, and they literally at the end start speeding all the way down on all the different side effects and things that can happen. So ask your doctor if you have you might experience diarrhea, all these different things. These are all the extra harmful side effects that come along with an over-the-counter quote-unquote drug that is supposed to help you. And then the third that I have with the reasoning on that too is, what is the main purpose of a pharmacy and the pharmaceutical companies? It's a business. So for them to stay thriving and be within a business, it would be in their best interest to what? To continue to provide you these services that will not make you feel better. It's not going to cure you. It's going to get at a symptom, but then it's going to cause even more symptoms. So then you can keep coming back, returned. So it's not really in the state of really wanting to heal, help, and cure. It's really more so to continue the cycle of making you sick so that you can come back and you can buy more. While at the same time, another reason why I say the word pharmacy is, a place that practices the art of harming oneself with drugs, is because if you look at the word pharmacy, take away the P, take away the ANSI, the ACY. What word are you left with? Harm. And when we think of something harm, it's something that does bad for us. So when I even looked at the word in itself, I already saw within the word it was harm. So they've already been let me know that the pharmacy, pharmaceuticals, all these other over-the-counter drugs are not necessarily always going to bring a benefit. Most of the time they'll have some type of side effect or it'll bring some harm. So there's so much more I can go into with it, but please, I appreciate y'all. Let me know down in the comments if y'all had any more from this word. If you want the resources, please also send me a comment. I'll make sure I put them in the description for it. But at the end of the day, make sure that you still do your own research, because this is not the end-all be-all of the word. This is just my logical breakdown. And with that, I appreciate y'all. This has been the third episode of Words Are Real Spells, aka Words. Back, glad to be back. But other than that, I've been your brother A.D.V.I.S., adding vision for you to envision your own thoughts, words, and decisions. Peace, one love, I'm out. Can't see that well, so we can't see that well, we need lenses. We can't see that well, so we can't see that well, we need
well in this world we can't see that well without